Hi and welcome to tonight's feature. Tonight's feature is a film named 12 Angry Men from 1957. Now, when I did a web search about the top 10 movies, I'm searching top 10 movies from the 50s, I searched several lists, and 12 Angry Men came out on top on almost every single one of them, so I thought, well, let's start with the best one then. And I did. So I just got finished watching the movie. And I understand why it's on the first place. It was a really good movie. The movie takes place after a murder trial, where this 18-year-old boy is standing trial because he is found... Well, he's not found guilty, but they are assuming that he is guilty of killing his father. So the movie really starts after everything, when the jury needs to decide, is this boy guilty or is he not guilty? So the whole movie takes place in a room, one single room, or in a bathroom, I guess. So there's not much scenery, but there's really not much music either when I think about it. We follow the discussion about deciding the fate of this 18-year-old boy from the slums that's clearly, evidence-wise, has killed his father. So the 12 men are gonna take a vote. 11 of the 12 men says, well, he's guilty. Let's get this boy into the chair and get it over with. And this one guy is saying, well, I'm not saying he's not guilty, but I'm saying I'm not sure. We need to talk about this first. And this is where the movie starts. Because you have this one guy that needs to turn 11 other people to claim about probably not being guilty. It's a possibility. So this guy wants to go through the evidence one more time because he's not sure that not everything is correct about this. So all the other men gets angry. 12 angry men. It's a real hot-tempered gang. Mostly because it's this hot summer day and the fan in the roof doesn't really work, so everybody's sweaty and wet. But anyways, he wants to take a look at the knife. There's two witnesses in this case and a murder weapon. So he wants to take a look at the murder weapon. And it's this special flip knife and stuff like that. So this one guy places on the table and says that, well, this is so unique that it's clearly the boy that has killed his father because it fell out of his pocket, claimed by the boy. So this one unsure jury member throws another knife on the table and says, well, I bought this yesterday, 2 blocks from the murder scene. It's the same knife, and it's the same knife. And this is the first crack in this argument discussion, because then the one member shows that, well, it's a possibility that other people is running around with this exact knife. It doesn't have to be the son, even though the heaviness of the evidence is on the son right now. So anyways, the movie takes place with the discussions. There's discussions. That's the movie. And we follow every single evidence step by step and try to find a reason why the evidence could be wrong. So the 12 men all has different personalities. You have one guy that really doesn't care. He just wants to go home, whatever. And you have this one guy that's clearly, step by step, showing that he's a bit racist, actually. The kid is not dark-skinned. He's but he's not white. So step by step, it shows that, well, this guy is racist. He has his own motives for this. And you have this, one angry guy that's really angry. He's, sticking to this 110% that this kid needs to go to the electric chair. You have this logic guy that thinks all about logic, and so on and so on. So we have this gang of personalities that you're trying to figure out why they are arguing against this one guy. So as the movie progresses, getting the people to say he's not guilty, and one by one they are turning because the evidence are showing cracks of logic. So I guess the movie is more about human ego than the case itself, because from the top, the evidence shows that, yes, this kid has killed his father. But that also shows that the people around this table are handling on their own ego before actually taking a serious look at this case. So it's about human emotions, how they are raised, how they are like, yeah, how their status is that they in the jury room. So it just shows that how different people are used to living. They also have a different look at the case. The joyful part of this movie is that this kid goes free. They all turn around and say it's not guilty. But it's the journey to getting there. It's really special to see how at least the guy that's 120% sure that the kid has done it actually cracks in the end and says, well, he's not guilty. Turns out that he has some problems with his son. It's implied that he has some problems with his son, and that's why he's sticking to his case. He has to be right about the situation he is in with this kid. So apparently, from what I read, or from what I saw, it's a father and son that has had some kind of argument or whatever, and the son is sticking with his side, and the father, the jury member here, is also sticking to his ego. So it's about letting your own ego down and see the case for what it is. It's a young kid either is going to be killed, or it's a young kid that is falsely accused of having killed his father. So it's about human emotions. It's about how important it is to look at details and not the whole picture. Like, lower your guard and see with your own eyes. So yeah, it was a really good movie. I understand why it's on the first place on like the 50s movies. So yeah, it's a really dramatic movie. A silent movie, because there's not a lot of music, like I said, but a lot of discussions and yelling. So the title 12 Angry Men is pretty much, it's on point with the title. But there's one guy that's not sure, he's not yelling at all. He's just talking calm and just wants to look at the evidence, and he wants people to tell him why it's possible when he's showing that, well, there's this side of this evidence, what about this? So yeah, it's an interesting psychological movie to watch, to see how people work against each other with from different corners of the city and different lives they have lived, and how different mind can be from your own perspective. So yeah, a good thumbs up for this movie, and you should watch it. If you have 1.5 hour available time tonight or tomorrow or whenever, put it on. It's a really good movie.